Check one, two, check one, two. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DH. We are here for Circle Talk. We've got Mr. Kiari Mhoon in the building. We're gonna start it off a little different this morning. We're gonna go ahead and jump into one of his videos. We heard this song and we knew we just had to start off with it.
The
So
hot list.
listen to Fast Lane by Kiari Mhoon.
Oh yeah.
That right there.
Boy, stop it. Boy, stop it. That is a cut, bro. That is a cut.
Thank you so
let me
much. Thank you so
let me
much. Oh
stop
my
this
God, this is
before.
so amazing being here.
But hey, man, that song is hot,
Smooth.
and for me, I just have to say, man, I didn't realize it was going down like that, bro. Like,
Look, I brought a surprise for you guys. I brought a surprise.
okay.
Brought a surprise. Hold on, just one moment. Hold on. I brought this.
Hey,
I brought this.
that's the outfit too. That's the same outfit you was wearing too, right?
Yes.
That's beautiful, man. That's nice, bro. You was hitting it in that one. But real quick, man, thank you again so much for being a part of this. Welcome to everybody that is just tuning in. We are here at Circle Talk. We just started with Mr. Kiari Mhoon. I got Aaron Demetrio in the building. Before we move any further, one of the things I just want to point out real quick, Aaron's birthday was a couple days ago. Yeah, a couple days ago. So I won't tell you how old she is because that's not anybody's business.
That's not necessary. That's not necessary information at all.
But I figured we got a bona fide singer. What's up on some happy birthday, Kiari, bro? A little happy birthday.
Okay. And hold on, pronounce the name one more time. I do not want to get it wrong.
Aaron.
Okay, that's too easy. I got a friend. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aaron. Happy birthday to you.
Boy, stop it. Boy, stop it.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Amazing.
so much. That was beautiful.
Amazing. So yeah.
Oh my God! Happy
Thank
birthday!
you.
Happy birthday!
I just had to, segue into that. Didn't want to leave that out for
That was
everybody out there
perfect.
who's
That was
watching.
perfect.
Also, shout out to my daughter's team, Air 253. I wanted to throw that out there. Shout out to Daz and all the good coaches that are working really hard on that team. And shout out to my daughter for making the football team and doing real good. So
one of two girls in the whole league.
So
What? It is amazing.
yeah, but this isn't about us. This is about you, brother. We appreciate you being here. And so we're just going to go ahead and ask you a few questions. We know you are extremely busy.
Yeah,
I checked your schedule and I had to slide into a spot somewhere because we had to get this interview in. And I'm so glad that you popped on and made it happen for us, man. But
first of all, before we get into the interview, I would just like to say thank you so much for your flexibility. Just a little behind the scenes, guys. Something came up, and oh my God, David, you were so flexible and you were so just nice about the whole entire situation, so professional about the whole situation. And I just really appreciate your flexibility and patience with me because I am a handful and I just appreciate your time and I appreciate being on your platform, being able to share my story. So thank you so much for that.
Welcome,
man. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. So let's jump up into the story, though. Let's talk about your upbringing, where you're from, how mom, dad, et cetera, et cetera. Can we get a little bit of the history behind Mr.
What
Kiari
designed Kiari Mhoon?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. This is one of the questions that I get all the time. Where I'm from. So I'm from a very, very small town, Blytheville, Arkansas.
Hey.
And it's like right on the edge of northeastern Arkansas, by the Mississippi, along the Mississippi River. And I was born and raised there all my life, a little of all my life, until I moved to Clarksville, Tennessee, around like the 11th or 9th or 10th grade. But I would just like to say that being from a very small town and growing up in the struggle, I had to adapt and overcome, which I've kind of gotten used to adapting and overcoming certain situations. So I definitely would like to shout out my hometown, Blytheville, Arkansas, for preparing me for the real world, because honestly, growing up there was super tough. And you had to be a very innovative, motivated person to survive, and to thrive within all of that that pressure.
Right on. How about your music? When did you realize that you had a voice? How long ago did you realize, you know what? I really got something here.
So I was actually asked this question so many times, but around the age of 8 is when kind of give you like the backstory on all of that. So I was in a group called Unborn Gift International Ministry, and I was with this group about 12 years, but I was 8 when it all started. Mm-hmm. And my dance instructor, Keith Clowers, because I fell in love with dance first, and then I fell in love with singing. He asked me one day, can I lead the group, with song? And I was just like, you crazy. Like, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And so I built up enough courage, because believe it or not, I was really, really shy as a kid. I was really, really just like, I didn't want to show my talent to anyone. I was afraid of being judged. I was afraid of all these things. But when I was 8 years old is when I first discovered, like, okay, I have a gift and I just need to know how to properly use it,
Right. That's cool. So let me ask you about this whole military thing. Like, it really surprised me, because I'm gonna tell you, the first time I heard you actually sing, obviously it was on QK. You had posted a video with you and your significant other, and you guys was doing a song. I don't know if you remember the last year, the song you guys sang was a very familiar song.
Yes.
Yes.
So with that song, oh my God. So first of all, shout out to all of the people shout out to everyone, because everybody, I think, we can all agree that we're all affected by this COVID-19 thing.
Yeah.
And that kind of inspired us to come together, because he normally doesn't, do the whole, social media thing, but I kind of convinced him, to come on over and try this Facebook Live thing with me, with singing a song.
Yeah.
It's called Stand By Me. Everybody should know it. It's an old feel good song. And we just thought it was a great way to bring everybody together. And once we shared that out to the universe, it got over thousands of clicks and views, and it helped so many people. It kind of just, again, our goal was to bring everybody together during that moment, and it absolutely did its job, and it went honestly above what we even thought was going to be the mark. And so I would just like to thank everybody, thank the essential workers for being on the front lines and taking care of all of the patients that are out there suffering. So just thank the essential workers. I thank them so much. I can't thank them enough. So that was one of the main reasons why we got on to doing Stand By Me, and putting it out there on social media. And I'm just so glad that it was able to touch and affect so many people's lives. So
yeah, that was it was such an amazing thing. And I remember when I first saw it, the views weren't that that high, but after a while I seen it come back, because it kind of circulates through from people watching it over and over again. Then it was like 100,000 views. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of views.
it got a lot
So I mean, yeah, I was very impressed. Obviously, you guys did an amazing job on that. Another thing that I really wanted to ask you about, growing up in school, I like to ask anyone that I do do interviews with about their upbringing, because for me, my upbringing did made a huge effect on who I am today, and because I could have made a couple different choices and been in a totally different place. You know what I'm saying? So, um, how was the school life? Middle school, high school? Did you go to college? Anything like that?
Yes, so I actually went to college. I actually have my associate's degree in business management, and also I have my entrepreneurship certificate. But back to high school and middle school. So when I was about 11 years old, I got into a really terrible accident. I actually got burned on my chest. It was third-degree burn and second-degree burn on my chest. And I just remember um, going to school and not really wanting to see anybody. I kind of wanted to just take myself out of the whole social game as a whole, because, even though people couldn't see my scars underneath my shirt, I felt like they had like these I don't know, these goggles where they can just see through, my shirt and see everything that had happened to me while I was away for the summer. And honestly, it was an internal struggle for me. I never was publicly bullied or anything like that, or privately bullied. But I would say for myself, I don't know how, can I say I was bullying myself, I guess?
Absolutely.
Like I was doing some self-shaming, like I was painting a false narrative for other people. Like I was painting a false narrative for other people, and I would put that on myself. And at some point, I don't know what point that was, but I had to let it go, because it was definitely holding me back, because nobody knew. I'm pretty sure if I wouldn't have told you right now, you probably wouldn't have known it either. So it was an internal struggle for me, because most people saw me as this cool, confident kid, sang a little bit around school, but that was it. But as far as being bullied, no, I never really experienced that. I can't really attest to that, but I can definitely attest to the internal struggle of, having self-doubt and kind of self-hatred amongst myself, for just being who I was.
Okay. You want to ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask him a little bit about serving the army.
Yeah.
What led you to the decision to? Well, first of all, thank you for your service. We in my family we have our own angel soldiers, so
Me too.
we very much appreciate you for everything that you've done for our freedom. Really, I mean, only two people in the world have said they laid down their life for you: is Jesus Christ and the American soldier. So we appreciate it very much. So I bet, what was it that led you to join the military? Like what sparked that for you?
So first of all, thank you so much for you guys' support. I really, really appreciate that. What led me to joining the military was my family. You know, they've always been my backbone, but they're who had led me to joining the military. One day I came home from work. I think I was in like the 11th or 12th grade. Well, I think I was in the 12th grade at this point. And I came home from work. My mother, I grew up in a single parent household, and my mother, she held down the fort. With tremendous strength. And I came home and I just remember opening the fridge and seeing absolutely nothing in the fridge. And I just remember being like, what can I do? You know, like I know my mom is out here breaking her back to make sure we have food on the table. And she did. You know, regardless if we have food in the fridge, we have food on the table.
Yeah.
Somehow we have food on the table. And honestly, shout out to my mom, Angela Gaylor. I love you so much. I cannot thank her enough for breaking her back, blood, sweat, and tears to do all she could for us and be the best mom in the world for us. And I just thank her so much for that. But ultimately, that's what led me to joining the military is my family. And I knew that going into the military, I was going to have to assume risk. And I was willing to take that risk. My motto growing up, and you guys have if you watched the voice episode on, I think it was Hulu, you guys can see where my husband actually surprised me. And he had a whole billboard that said, no risk, no reward. And that's my motto. That's something that I live by, you know, and honestly, like I gained a lot of strength from just taking up on that risk, you know, and seeing what comes out of it.
That's awesome.
Just in that, I was just wondering. I mean, being in the military, did you experience any kind of, you know, I mean, you're gay and you've got and you're in the military, and there's a really big stigma on that, and maybe if you could shed some light on like if you were what you kind of experiences you had in for you know maladaptive behavior and treatment or positive like you know exception.
Again, it goes back to me, where there was an internal battle going on with myself, and I felt like I had to overcome that because, again, everybody else, like no one really knew, and no one, if they did knew, they didn't treat me any different. I couldn't tell, you know. But again, it goes back to me, being that I had an internal struggle of what people thought about me, and what people, you know, what kind of narrative they painted me in. And I was treated with nothing but respect and love in the military, and I still am, you know, treated with nothing but respect and love in the military. And me, I'm the type of person, if I see something, I say something. So if I see someone get bullied or talked about or discriminated against, I stand up for them, which I haven't seen, but that's what type of person I am. But I would just like to encourage, you know, anybody dealing with that internal struggle like I was dealing with to just let it go, because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all bring a different and unique perspective to whatever field that we're going through. And I just encourage everybody to live your best life, be the best you can be, because ain't nobody gonna replace you.
Yeah.
Can't nobody replace you. There's not another Walmart or Best Buy that somebody can go in and say, oh, there she is or there he is. Let me get another one of him. So I just encourage everybody to just be the best version of themselves and let go all of the false narratives that we hold internally, you know, in our minds and in our heart, because that stuff hurts us in the end, because we actually prevent ourselves from moving forward. So again, to answer your question, I have experienced nothing but love and support in the military with being an openly gay male.
That's
That's
awesome,
amazing.
man. That's real.
That's awesome. That's refreshing to hear too. I mean, I think that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to ask you, because I think that there might be a more, and I could be wrong. I mean, it could be a 50-50, it could be 75-25. I don't know, but there's a really negative stigma placed on armed forces as a whole, and being openly gay, and hate crimes. And so it's nice to have a different perspective that, you know, isn't maybe commercialized or, you know,
Right.
propagated.
Right. I can honestly say that I have not experienced that, and I can probably say one of the reasons that I haven't experienced that is because they know not to try me. They know to try God first.
Hey,
Because
there it is.
let them know off top, you're not going to try me. So that's just my, humbly my opinion or perspective on that.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's refreshing. Good.
So I wanted to touch on something real quick, going back to the military. That we were watching one of your videos this morning, and it just dawned on me, bro. Like, you've been in Fort Lewis? Like, you were stationed to Fort Lewis? You're like right down the street from me. Like right down the street from me.
Actually in DuPont Circle. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but I live in.
Oh yeah, we know where you at.
That's great. I thought you were somewhere all the way across country.
Yeah.
Are you here now, or are you somewhere else?
No, so I am currently in Texas, stationed in Fort Hood, Texas. And we have a beautiful home out here in Killeen, Texas.
Hey, that's where my parents live at. Yes,
nice.
My parents are in Killeen.
No way.
That's small world.
Small world. Wow, what a small world we live in, right?
Yeah, right. Like my dad was in
Crazy.
the military. My mom and dad grew up in a small town in Louisiana called Natchitoches, Louisiana.
Natchitoches.
Yeah, Natchitoches, Louisiana. My dad
town.
got into the military when he was like 18, 19 years old. He was stationed to Fort Lewis. I mean, all the signs. We got like similar stories going on.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, man. But we was watching, obviously getting back to the military question. We was watching one of your videos about Like It Is, and you started off with, Seattle, the skyline of Seattle. And so I was like, man, that's crazy. What do you know about Seattle, man? What do you know about that? But was Fort Lewis the first place you were stationed at?
Yes, I was stationed there. For about 5 years.
Okay.
And Like It Is came about because of Seattle, and I just fell in love with it. I mean, who doesn't fall in love with Seattle?
Come on, man.
Beautiful city.
I fell in love with Seattle, and I was just like, because I started one YouTube like channel. Well, not really channel, but I started one like YouTube show where I called it Walking with Moon and the Voice. And I would go around to different places, just randomly sing to people, and I would upload the video on YouTube. So I had parts of Seattle in my intro as well. And so I wanted to tie that into my new show, which is the Like It Is show, which I started. And honestly, like It is because most people, they go, what is Like It Is? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
So Like It Is my YouTube channel, and it's where I go and I just kind of vent as far as, sharing my experience or sharing a video of freaking test video of a new product, or me sharing a new song, or me in the kitchen with my spouse cooking something, or just where I go and just do whatever I want to do. So it's where I tell it like it is. No matter what the subject is, I just give it to you straight, no chases. So that's what I do.
We watched you debunk 5-minute crafts this morning. It was pretty great. It was pretty great.
Okay, so listen, there's a part 2 coming to that very, very soon. And it's crazy because honestly, that was one of the most requested videos that I got to do.
Really?
Yeah, fun. They were like, we want to see you do that one again. I guess people like to see me get frustrated with these products.
Well, those 5-minute crafts are so ridiculous, some of them. Like my son and I will watch them, we'll like marathon them, and we're like, what in the world are they doing?
Yeah.
I cannot deal with. I cannot. Sometimes I'm like,
It's so absurd.
like the true story is that people only see a small snippet of what I go through while watching these videos. They're obviously true, but I'm just sitting up there like, why am I doing this? Why am I even giving this the light of day? But I understand that it's entertaining for people, and I'm here to entertain people. So
Yep, exactly.
Maybe you should do a segment of reaction videos from Kiari Mhoon.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna take my and write that down real quick. Reaction video.
Yeah. So I got a segue off of that though. So when you came up here, I'm pretty sure the diversity of Washington is probably a little bit different than Arkansas, right?
Oh, very different.
Tell us about when you first got here and you kind of seen what was transpiring here, because I know, like, for my family, the first time I went to Louisiana, you know, they like us, like your small town. There was a small town, and it was completely all black people. You know, and when I tell people about Washington, they're like, "Really? That's how it is?" Man, I gotta get up there. That sounds like the cool place to be. Well, tell me about it.
So my experience, honestly, to be honest with you, it was quite overwhelming first because I had never experienced anything like that. I'm like, oh my God, there's all types of people here. Like, there's like a little bit of everybody. Like I thought I've seen it all when I went to where did I go? I went somewhere. And I was like, oh my God, it's like so many. Was it Nebraska? No, it wasn't Nebraska. Anyway, my experience with Washington State as a whole is just the melting pot of America. You know, and I just don't know what else way to describe it as just the melting pot of America, because everybody's there, and if you're not there, you're nowhere. Literally, there's a place to be. I'm coming back. Once this Corona thing chill out a little bit more.
I know a few soldiers who have come back and settled here after they retired, and they loved it so much.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened with my parents. They got up here, and you know, obviously they didn't really want to mess around with anywhere else because it was green. You had mountains, you had water, you had beautiful places to go and enjoy life, and you know, there's lots of rain. You know, and when you're from a sunny, hot, humid place, and you live there your whole life, you know, they enjoyed their time up here. They actually lived here pretty much my whole life. They just recently moved back to Killeen, but you know, once they got here, they never wanted to leave, and so Washington is where it's at.
I can definitely understand why.
You know it. So what's next for Kiari Mhoon, man? What?
Oh my God!
When we gonna get an album? How about that? When we gonna get an album?
So that's why I got this. That's why I got this paper sitting right here just for this moment. So what's next for me? So I will be actually hosting the Juneteenth. I will be the host of the Juneteenth, the annual Juneteenth festival. That's happening virtually, unfortunately, but it's happening. So I'll be the host of that show. And also, and that's going to be put on by Kelly West. She's a media personnel over at 10. She's a media person at the rock station. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Media person at the rock station over in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And she actually reached out to me and was like, hey, you know, this is perfect opportunity. You know, what do you think? You know, and I agreed right off the bat, because honestly, there's nothing more like celebrating Black excellence and Black history and everything Black, right? So yeah, I'll be doing that. The hoodie that I'm wearing is actually from my Perfection video that I released a while ago, which got over 4,006 views, and it was definitely a hit. And also, it was certified by TuneCore, which is my distribution company. So they certified all of these streams and stuff. So I'm really, really excited for that. There's new music coming. It's called so I am currently working on an album, but I got a couple singles first that I must release to set up the album, right? That's how it goes, singles and then the album. So I'm gonna release a single called Take Control. And when I tell you this single is about to blow up, like this is honestly, like out of all the songs that I made, and I made a lot of songs, this is one of the ones, and I always say this, but honestly, this is one of the ones, Take Control is, oh my God, it's educational, it's a vibe, it's a whole mood. I'm letting you know a little bit about Black history within it. I'm bringing back some I'm dumping a little old school sauce on top of it. It's amazing with an African vibe. It's just amazing.
Wow.
It's an amazing song.
Nice.
You've got me so excited for that. I can't wait.
I'm excited. I literally am so excited. I want to play it for you guys. I can't right now. Unfortunately.
We get it. When is it? So when does it drop? When do we get to it?
June 18th is I won't say the official date, but June 18th is the tentative date.
All right.
Awesome.
So
yes, and there's a music video.
Mark the calendar, folks. That sounds like it's going to be an event.
I'll just give you a preview of the music video. So the outline of the music video, because I'm so excited about it. I'm reaching out to people, right? And they're recording their own mix of it visually, and then they're sending it back, and then I'm putting it all together with my whole spin on it. It's going to be amazing.
Wow.
Nice.
That's really, really cool. I can see it already. That's a really incredible idea. Very creative. I like it. Oh, I can't wait.
So I'm excited for everything musically that you got going on, man, because like I said, you're a phenomenal talent. You're very personable. I mean, I've been enjoying our conversation. Even before we got on live, it was cool. We had a good time and whatnot. And one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I said to you, bro. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to Mickey Waves. Thank you so much, Mickey Waves. His album is doing so well, guys. Thank you guys all so much for supporting Mickey Waves and the movement and all the people that he has on his album. But I gotta say this because this is my personal opinion. I love Mickey Waves stuff. His stuff it gives me that old school feel, but also in a new school way. He doesn't curse, which I don't curse. I don't do none of that. I'm a man of God. I truly believe in, following that path. But man, when I heard you guys' song, it's on replay, bro.
Yeah.
That song is on replay. It's a monster hit.
It's filthy.
It's a monster hit. Like, yo, that bridge you put out there, come on now. I can't even do it. I'm a singer myself, but yo, when you hit those high notes, I was like, hit.
He's like 10 seconds back, 10 seconds back
check,
every time.
check and check.
I really, really appreciate Mickey Waves for allowing me the opportunity to be a part of his baby, his project, that's huge. And when he sent the track over to me, I was just like, dude, yeah, like, of course I want to get on this, like, yeah. And so it was no question because I've obviously worked with him in the past on one of our songs, one of my songs that I put out. And it was no question, whether or not I was going to be on his album. That was a given. And I just think that it was a perfect song for us too. And we just vibe, and there's more to come with us. Man. Best believe that.
Man.
There's more to come.
If y'all ain't heard that song, make sure you guys go to Kiari Mhoon's YouTube channel, Mickey Waves YouTube channel. Check out these guys' song. That song is definitely a hit. It should be on the radio already.
What's your YouTube channel exactly? Like, how do people get to you on YouTube?
So how people can follow me. So I am on all streaming platforms, all social media platforms, and all streaming platforms as well. So I'm on Facebook. I was on MySpace, but that's
you had to retire that one.
Yeah.
I had to put that one in the back burner. I might go for now. There's Facebook and Instagram. that I'm both on, very, very active on all the time. And you can reach me at Kiari Mhoon, which is Kiari, and last name is Moon, Mhoon. It's as simple as that. And also you can use the same name to search me up on all streaming platforms. And also on YouTube, you can also see my voice audition, which got over 382,000 views now.
Yep.
It's been crazy. So
Yeah.
they want me back, and I don't know. I still have a decision to make. So I told people no up front. I'm gonna just be honest. I told people no up front, but I'm kind of doing some numbers in the back. Doing some numbers
They
in the back.
asked you to come back though, huh?
Yes, I've been asked to come back.
Awesome. That's awesome, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I mean,
So, I
you
don't
got
know.
the talent. You got the talent, you got the charisma, you got the smile.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you're doing. I mean, how we get that kind of smile, bro?
Yeah.
I mean,
I am actually sponsored by this company named Glow and Invisalign. Thank you so much for that plug.
I got you, man. I be paying attention, bro. I got you.
Sponsored by Invisalign, and also I am sponsored. Well, through Invisalign, I'm sponsored by Gladwell Orthodontics, and they literally, I mean, they're absolutely amazing. I'm actually about to renew my contract with them for my retainers because they can have new retainers coming out because I'm almost done with my treatment. And you can go onto their website at gladwellorthodontics.com out in Fayetteville, North, or you can just Google them, Gladwell Orthodontics, Fayetteville, North Carolina, or not Fayetteville, North Carolina, but Raleigh, North Carolina, and you should see them there. And you can go on the website and use my code Moon, or code Glow Moon, so GLOMHOON, to order a teeth whitening kit. Or you can also use my code Go Moon to get an additional, I think it's 10 or 20% off from the whole ortho treatment, which is GOMHOON. So thank y'all so much for
I be paying attention, bro.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much for that.
I'm trying to make sure you don't miss anything because I know you busy. I know you're doing a whole lot. I've been following you for a long time, bro. I mean, I might be in the background, but I see your movements. I see a lot of the things you do. And yeah, man, I'm so appreciative that you could be a part of this interview.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. I honestly, Aaron, David, thank you guys so much for hosting me on Circle Talk.
Yeah, for
This
sure.
has been absolutely amazing. I'm going to make sure I share this with the world because, I mean, without you guys, I mean, thank y'all so much for having this platform and for bringing me on, honestly, truly.
No worries, man. We appreciate it. I think we got what, two more questions for you, and then we will let you get back to your busyness because I got to get back to mine too. I got to go to work.
Right? There is so much going on behind the scenes. You just don't know.
Real quick, for anybody watching, make sure you guys are sharing. Make sure you guys are liking. Please make sure you guys continue to support these people that are coming on because they're amazing people. They're doing great things in their lives and the lives of people surrounded around them. So continue to support. We're gonna send you one of these mugs too, by the way. Don't worry, the mug is coming. We got you. Get us the info and we're gonna send you a mug. If anybody's interested in one of these mugs, hit us up. We are still getting out these mugs. They're still available. So holla at your boy or your girl. But go ahead. What's the next question?
Next question is, if you were talking to classical musicians and one of the kids pulled you aside and asked what they were supposed to do about being bullied or belittled because it was happening to them, because they were different, what would you tell this young person? How would you guide them through that and help them to adapt and overcome?
I would honestly start off by taking in what they're saying and not, because I think sometimes, a lot of the times we try to deny how someone else is feeling or perceiving something. And we're like, oh, it's just in your head, or oh, it's just whatever. For me, I know it was for me in internal struggles. I think the number one thing is not to press our beliefs on someone else in terms of, oh, well, you should go about it this way, you should go about it this way. I think for us, it's our jobs to be counselors especially going through something like that. I think it's our job to be counselors and just to be a listening ear, because most of the times that person is suffering with, insecurities or different internal issues and internal struggles. And I will just start by saying, continue to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Tune out the outer noises that may affect you. You may be going through the fire, but you're not burned. And honestly, again, it's hard for me to try to tell someone else, what to do and how to do, when I've never really experienced, being bullied or anything like that. But I would just honestly encourage them to just be themselves and don't listen to, whatever the person, stand up for yourself in a way that, obviously doesn't, cause violence or anything, but stand up for yourself, speak out, and speak up.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
What was the last one?
We already asked him how to find you, anything you're doing in 2021, but we already kind of covered that.
Well, shoot, man, we've been kind of bouncing around. That was our last one, huh?
Yeah.
So I guess that was our last question, man. Shoot, good interview. I think everything went pretty good. Do you have any questions for us?
Oh my God. How long have you guys been together?
What's up?
How long have y'all been together?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, it is kind of a loaded question.
Officially,
yeah.
Since the 16th of February.
Oh wow.
But
that is crazy.
We've been working together for almost 2 years with the circle.
This love affair began a long time ago.
I'm so glad. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's a great question. How did the Circle Talk come about?
Well, Circle Talk. Oh, that's kind of a loaded question too. Yeah. Gosh,
Circle has been an ever changing animal of great proportion. We've got many different entities, and it started to try to be Circle Talk about a year ago.
Yeah, we was doing what it was called a year ago we called it Circle Stories, but we just wasn't using this type of platform. But after the pandemic, we knew that we needed to evolve into something different, and instead of putting so much effort into something that wasn't happening, which was we was going out and feeding people pretty much every other week, feeding the homeless and helping people and stuff like that. That wasn't happening anymore. People were afraid to be out and do that type of work. And so instead of us putting so much effort into that, we kind of pulled back a little bit. We still did it, but we just did it at a smaller level. We decided to push this a little bit further since everybody's being confined to their homes. Why not have interviews with people that are doing great things in a community, whether they're community leaders, whether they're artists, whether they're athletes, whether just people that have changed their lives around and went through a tragic event and have rose above it. We decided to transform this whole Circle Stories thing into something major, which is Circle Talk. And that actually started in January. Well, first one started in January. So
I honestly, I pray that you guys have continued success within Circle Talk. I definitely got nothing but love for the both of you.
Appreciate
you. And I just really, really appreciate the opportunity to come on, because I just know one day when this Corona thing is all over with, we'll be sitting down face to face with y'all on talk show on television.
You know it.
That's the plan. That's the plan. Household name.
You know it. That's the plan, man. And this is we're just taking, these are baby steps, to get to where we want to get to. And so we're just hoping and praying that people will ride along with us and give us a shot, because really that's what it's about. Just give us a chance to, whether it is give their story out and share their good story, or listen to the good stories that are being brought to the people, because I mean, we're not just putting people on just to put people on. These people are amazing people that are doing great things in their community. I mean, you serve our country, bro. Like, we appreciate you for that. We really do. I mean, you know, I'm an army brat myself. My dad was in the military, and so I get it, man. It's a hard thing to do, you know.
Yeah.
And then to top it off, you sing phenomenal.
Right,
You're
you're
on The
making
Voice.
moves.
You got you ain't even talked about your TikTok channel yet. I mean, you know, I've been seeing you dancing on TikTok and all that too.
Step in.
I'm low key kind of embarrassed to promote.
Low key. Low key. Come on, bro.
I'll be doing some crazy stuff on TikTok.
I know you do.
Oh, it's crazy.
I'll be listening and I'll be watching, man. You know, I do my you know, I do my checking. I check all areas. I'm that type of guy, you know.
Yeah, he never sleeps. Like,
yeah.
he eats, sleeps, breathes, everything.
I work hard, but you know, it's my passion. This is my dream, and so my dream is to change lives.
Absolutely.
And you know, if this is how we're gonna do it, then you know, let us do it this way, and until God tells us otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So
thank you so much, David.
Yeah.
I honestly mean that from the bottom of my heart, because I just see you and your, you know, beautiful woman going so far. Wife, right?
Nice.
No.
Okay,
just going steady.
Yeah.
We're just
I'm
going
wearing
steady.
a Letterman jacket right now.
That's it.
I see the both of you going so far, and again, I just cannot thank y'all enough for having me on your Circle Talk, your channel, and may God bless the both of you.
Thank you, man. Thank
Likewise.
you. And we do appreciate you for being here. Hopefully we can catch up, you know, down the road when the album is out and the songs are hitting the wavelengths, and maybe do a one-on-one conversation face to face, man, because
Awesome.
that's our goal. We really don't necessarily like being confined to the four walls. We like to get out and move. So
we're people.
Yeah, we like to move and groove. So hopefully it'll come soon in the future. We appreciate you, man. We love you. We will be supporting you. Obviously, I downloaded your song today. Like, as soon as I heard that Fast Lane, I was like, oh yeah, that's mine. I got that. That's in rotation, man. I support local artists, because I'm a local artist myself, and I know exactly how it is, you know. And so I support. Make sure anybody that's watching, make sure you guys are supporting local artists, because, you know, if we don't, then who will? So on behalf of Circle Talk, it's your boy David Hayes. We got Aaron Demetro, Kiari Mhoon in the building. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us. We are going to conclude and see you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your days. Talk to y'all later.
Peace.
See y'all later. Peace.
Later, bro.
Later.